and they just absolutely, literally hammered
Yeah.
Cam Newton into submission last night, and he actually still hung in there, which is, in some ways, I admire it because, to stand in there and take the beating that he took and then still get his team in the midst in the middle of kicking a 50-yard field goal for the potential winner. And, Graham Gano's a good kicker, not a great kicker. That's a kick he's got to make. I'm sorry. You got to make that kick on the road. You got to win that game, and you got to come out of there, feeling very lucky to come away with a win, especially with the way that your offense played in the second half and the way your defense played in the fourth quarter. Because ultimately, let's think about a football game, right? They always tell you it's going to come down to 4 or 5 plays in a game, and you just never know when those plays are going to show up. And with Trevor Siemian, I thought a little bit overmatched. I thought he looked a little nervous. There are a couple mistakes that he made, a couple bad interceptions.
Well, consider the moment, too, right?
At the end of the day, they won the game, and he pulled out a John Elway. Let's win it in the fourth quarter, right?
Right.
So his boss is watching. He's winning. Thanks, Howie. He's winning in the fourth quarter. But I'm just like next week. I think the Broncos play the Colts. If I'm Andrew Luck, I'm not watching this film.
Right.
Because,
you might get a little nervous about your career, right?
Right. And then after the game, I was watching Cam's a couple of his interviews, and I was listening to a couple of his teammates' interviews. They really felt that there were probably 4 or 5 other hits in that game where the flag should have been thrown.
Head-to-head hits.
And some would tell you that, and I was reading this morning also, because I didn't see this late last night because I tried to go to bed. This morning I got up, and people are writing that whatever the player safety rules in the NFL are.
They did not exist last night.
Right.
There was one play in particular where I forget it was a blitzing, I think cornerback or whatever, or safety. I forget the guy's name. I apologize.
TJ Ward.
Was it Ward?
Yeah.
Who
launched himself.
Legitimately launched himself head first into Cam Newton's jaw.
Now let me just tell you something.
Now I mean
that hit
as he's being sacked.
Yeah. But that hit 25 years ago.
Right.
That's a good hit, dude. I've been.
Thought it was a good hit last night, to be honest.
Well, it wasn't.
It's just illegal.
They threw the flag on that one, but and then they also got Cam for intentional grounding as well on the same play. So those penalties offset each other.
Right.
But boy, I'll tell you, it's
fun to
exactly,
have it back.
Yeah, but it's exactly what you would have expected from 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, and one team getting drilled defensively, the Carolina Panthers, and you knew that this was going to be a physical, nasty, in-your-face type of game. And I think somebody, Wade Phillips, must have read hit the riot act to his defense and said, "Boys, what are we doing here?" Well,
I'll tell you what they're doing. Carolina blew a 10-point lead. They're up 17-7. Both teams at 300 yards of offense, and Denver wins the home opener by a point, 21-20 on the missed Gano field goal.